Hello to all my friends out there. Hi, you guys. I hope everyone is doing okay. Well, we're at the 5th of the month already. One of my videos didn't post, so I don't even remember what it was. But I'll try to figure out what happened. Maybe I'll post it and maybe I'll just go on. I don't know. Okay, this video is the Stockpile Journey. Okay, on the Stockpile Journey, how can we go on this journey of stockpiling food without wasting money and without making life miserable? I think that is the trick. That is a trick. That is not easy to do. So what we want to do is we want to have some kind of clear idea. What are we actually doing here? I don't see how that it is productive to buy a lot of food that you never eat. I think the better strategy would be to buy basic food that's to be eaten continuously, but especially, okay, I'm going to try to make an omelet in the microwave. I've never tried this. Okay, I'm going to melt a little butter. Okay, so we want to stockpile basic food and, you know, kind of be used. It's food we eat anyway. It's your basic food. But the closer we get to our regular eating, to our stockpile food, the more successful it's going to be. Moving towards a 1-year storable food, it's not hard if you do it little by little. So I am going to be switching gears in a little bit of a way. You know, kind of like a stockpile journey, and show you guys how I eat this food. Okay, I need 1 egg. I'm going to try to do scrambled this time. How in the world are you bought this food? Now, what in the world are you going to do with it? Okay, I just happen to have coconut milk this time, so I want to use it, so I'll just put about a tablespoon in there. And then I started making my bacon in the oven, just roast at 400. And the bacon turns out so much better. Here it is. It's not a big fat mess. It doesn't curl. So for 1 egg, I think maybe 1 piece of bacon, maybe. I can always make another one. So I have a lot of food, because I got food at 7-Eleven. Sandwiches, salads, burritos. I usually eat that kind of food for lunch. So, okay, today I went to McDonald's for lunch, and I got a free chicken sandwich. I was really looking for okay, so now I messed this up bad. You zap this between 30 and 40 seconds, not minutes. I hope none of you zapped your egg for 40 minutes. Okay, so, and then I want to try and put a little cheese. I have cheese in the refrigerator. Let's see what happens. Last time I just pricked the yolk. That one turned out good. So I'm going to go for a few minutes, and then I'm going to put the cheese on top, and let's see what happens. This is good cheese. Okay, one of the things is you want to stockpile cheese so that if the meat is not really plentiful, you can. Here's what we've got so far. It's starting to set, and I'm just going to put a piece of cheese. This is good cheese. I bought 5 pounds for $3.99 at Grocery Outlet. That was quite the deal, actually. All right, so I got a piece of cheese. So let's go. I think this is looking good, actually. I could have put some salt and pepper on there. I have some iced tea. I actually prefer iced tea. I just put the ice in. If you fresh brew your tea. Wow, look at this. It's ready. I can't believe that I didn't know how to do this. Probably everybody in the planet, on the entire planet, knew how to do this. All right, let's see what happened here. Wow, that looks good. Here it is. Cheese omelet, cheese and bacon. And then I started buying buttery crackers, buttery rolls, everything buttery, because if you buy buttery stuff, then if you don't have any butter, you can give up. Okay, and so now I've been making nut butter, and so I ate all of my peanut butter up, and so today I made sunflower butter. You get used to eating homemade nut butter, like peanut butter, or like this sunflower seed butter, and you're not going to want store-bought butter. I had a package. I bought several packages of sunflowers. So what you can do with these, besides making nut butter, is you can grind them and put them on your oatmeal. Now, let's try this. I like pepper on my food, but not enough to choke me. I don't know what I did with it. It causes trouble anyway. So how is this for quick? Let's see. I think it needs a little bit longer. It's not quite done. I could have made a sandwich. Let me give it 15 minutes. 15 seconds. Eggs out here are not something you want to eat raw. Let's see. All right, that's better. Take a look at that. All right. And then I'm just going to put the bacon on here. I already ate one piece of bacon. It was delicious. I couldn't wait. All right, let me taste this. Let me taste this omelet. You know, getting these easy meals is really going to help. Okay, think about nuts. I used to store peanut butter, but if you buy nuts, then if something happens, you can make nut milk. It's very easy to make. You just boil it. When the water gets, cover your nuts. When the water gets milky, remove it and add more water and boil it down until, you pretty much boil the life out of the nuts, and then put it in the blender and blend it up. You can strain it. You can make nut butter, and if you run out of butter, you've got nut butter. That's going to add some good protein to your meal. So nut butter on toast, peanut butter cookies with jam. In case you run out of milk or butter, you have nuts. I would suggest when finances permit, buy a lot or buy an assortment. You can keep them in the freezer. But last week, so this lasts about a week. That was a package, and last week was 2 cups, I think it was peanuts, or cashews. It was cashews. All right. So now, if you are going to have peanut butter and jam, what I bought today was this, these peaches. These are not cheap, $2.92. I couldn't find big cans. I got these at Walmart. But you could make jam and a pie out of this. So just boil the, take the fruit out, cover it with water, add some sugar, about 1/4 cup, and boil it down, and then just keep chopping it with a spatula until you get some jam. And then you can make some thumbprint cookies with your jam, or some peach cobbler. So now the other thing about this, as far as stockpiling goes, is this is enough fruit for a week. So I have pineapple in there now, and I use my pineapple or my peaches in Jello as well. Okay, so this is enough for a week. So you're on this stockpiling journey, and so you buy like 1 can of peaches, boom, you have fruit for a week. And then the other trick is, in the olden days when they harvested the peaches, you know, they canned peaches and they ate peaches all winter. In my grandmother's case, it was pears. Okay, so now think about, so we have nuts because that's protein, and we have tuna cans, 5-ounce cans when you find a good price on them. So then you have crackers, hopefully buttery crackers, or fry bread. Now fry bread is good. If you have fry bread and tea, you can survive. I usually make a half a batch, 1 cup flour, 1.5 teaspoons baking powder. I started adding a 1/4 cup powdered milk, but you don't need that. And a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. You mix that all together, and then add hot water, about 1 cup, to make, so you get your dry ingredients and you put your water in them well, and you stir it around to make a soft dough. Did I say 1.5 teaspoons baking powder? And then cover it for about 20 to 30 minutes, and then make some tasty little round biscuits like fry breads, and fry them in hot oil. So let me give you, so you have crackers, you have stuff to make fry bread, you're not gonna run out of bread. I first really realized how important this was during this Gaza war, when the people were literally starving with no bread. Okay, so let's see, nuts, fry bread, and tuna. Next thing, gallons of oil. Okay, in World War II, they started starving with no oil. And you might be thinking, I don't eat that much oil. Well, just buy 1 gallon at a time then. Last year I bought 3 for one year, which sounds like a lot, but if times were hard, you could save your oil. Okay, next thing is oatmeal. Okay, oatmeal is like nuts. You can make oat milk. It's not the best, but it's better than nothing. You can grind your oatmeal and use it in bread, like even fried bread. But I was thinking about bread with yeast because it's cheaper than wheat flour. And powdered milk. You can add a 1/4 cup to your potato bread, to your fry bread of powdered milk, and then you can have oatmeal with milk, and hopefully you have seeds, and you can grind those and put those on your oatmeal with some sugar. So this is not too much of an investment, and if you don't have that much money, just get the small bags, or a couple cans of tuna, or 1 can of fruit. Okay, now I wanted to mention this. Okay, I watch the psychic channels, and people goes, that's clearly evil. You're going to get possessed even watching that. Sometimes I just think they read stuff and report it. Not to be a cynic, but they're saying the possibility that meat plants will be closed. This is in the U.S. That something will be in the meat that will be so disagreeable that people will not eat it. So that is why we're doing these preparations of like cheese, of like nuts, of like, you know, milk substitutes. And so I'm also stockpiling cream cheese, to make butter cheaper, sour cream to use in place of eggs, yogurt, homemade, buttermilk, just add I buy whole milk, powder milk at Walmart, just 1/4 cup powdered milk, 1 cup water, and a tablespoon of vinegar will make buttermilk. I want to give you guys this good. This will make your butter go much further. Don't buy butter. Make cream cheese at home in 5 minutes. I cook at home. Okay, you need 2 liters of milk and 1 teaspoon of salt. Heat to boiling. Add 2 tablespoons vinegar, stirring constantly. The way I make yogurt and this kind of stuff is I usually turn the heat off, but it says stirring constantly until it curdles and it separates and the liquid will be yellow. Right there you have cottage cheese. Strain, then melt 100 grams, I think that's a 1/4 cup, of melted butter, 2 spoons of sour cream. So I keep it in the freezer now. It's cheaper than butter and you get a large portion. Blend and refrigerate. I'll give you the recipe. I have a lot of new followers. Hello to all the new followers. Hello to all the old followers. Okay, so that's easy enough. Oh, I'm going to give you the salmon ball recipe. Here it is. I find salmon balls much more pleasant than patties. You can put them on your pasta with some butter. All right, now, so a big bag of cheese, but the best way to buy cheese is at marked down places like Grocery Outlet. Like all those sandwiches I got and all those burritos and salads. So cheese, cream cheese, sour cream, yogurt, and buttermilk. And then olives and mushrooms. So with your cheese, you could add olives to your enchiladas. You could add mushrooms to your spaghetti. An assortment of pickled food. That way you're not going to run out of vegetables. Get the ones you like, but sauerkraut with hot dogs and mashed potatoes is a good cheat meal. Pork and beans, the large can from now on, with hot dogs, or you can make microwave eggs with pork and beans on toast and get by. Large cans of soup. Get the large ones and you're just going to eat them until it's gone. Sandwich, and today I had cheese and crackers and peanut butter. That's why I ate all my peanut butter. Start eating your food homemade and it won't be such an ordeal if you have to eat it. It tastes good when you're hungry. Okay, so chili, large cans, and you can make some cornbread. Now let me give you, this is Julia Child's cornbread, but instead of eggs, if we can't get eggs, you would use 1/2 cup of sour cream or cream cheese. Works. Back in the day, they used water. So 1 to 2 eggs, 1 cup milk. I usually make half a batch. 1 teaspoon salt, 2 cups, which would be 1 cup flour, 1 cup cornmeal. I usually make Jiffy anyway. 2 to 4 teaspoons melted butter, 2 to 4 tablespoons melted butter, 2 to 4 tablespoons sugar, and 1 tablespoon baking powder. And this is a really tasty cornbread. When, here's the Navajo fry bread. 1 cup flour, 1½ teaspoons baking powder, and 1/2 teaspoon salt, and a 1/4 cup powdered milk. Make a well. Let me give it to you again. And then if you have tea, I know I said that, but I'm saying it again. Okay, now when you're new to like any kind of canning, start with refrigerator jam and then move to water bath canning. Just get a big pan, and you know, it's easy to do. And growing food. Look how much my little celery grew in just a few days. If I needed a little bit of celery, I'd be good to go. Now, when you're stockpiling, if you realize a lot of food has a best by date of over a year or longer. Okay, so now this brings me to this point. Okay. We had the ranchers on one side. They would take the cattle to market and get everything they needed to last them through the rest of the year. They didn't say, oh, I don't want to eat that, that's boring. The farmers would grow the crops and then sell the crops and then get everything they needed until they grew more crops. It's always been that way. So we want to start thinking about it that way. Okay, so another major reason for doing this is to save money, because you don't have to spend any money if you have all the food. And then you want to eat your food down to see what you eat and to eat all the food you have so as not to waste the food or just leave it sitting around. Okay, all right, now think about beans by a variety. Canned beans, all different kinds of beans. Normally I go for pork and beans and pinto beans, but a variety, rice, potatoes, and when you buy nuts, a variety. Okay, I bought this, and these were Jellos, and I got them on sale, but I would buy them anyway. These are just really good little snacks. And so what I bought today, I'm going to show you, is this is not the most economical way, but I bought these fig bars for $2.49. Those ended up, they're pretty big ones too. These used to be so cheap. 31 cents each. I think that's okay to eat with tea. Gives you a little fruit. Cakes, they say 10, but it's a package of 2 and you get 5. And then I buy fruit pies, but I found these for $3.49. So it was a total of how many treats? So I like to get, it's 23 portions of desserts. So you know you're good to go for a month. So no worried about that. Buy some food by the portion. Buy large cans and only basic foods for the food storage. So then I bought today 1 can. These used to be $1. It's $1.63. That's a 63% increase. But this is one of the major vegetables you want to buy. Okay, so you can make spaghetti sauce, pizza, salsa, or tomato soup. With the peaches, peach pie, jam, crumbles on yogurt, and ice cream. All right, now, here is the tomato soup. You don't have to do the removing of the skin if you buy canned ones. And then I want to give you my salsa recipe. So I want to give you my baked bean recipe, although you guys already have it. You can just heat the pork and beans out of the can, but if you have bacon or ham, it's tastier. All right, here's the salsa. So fresh tomatoes, 4 fresh tomatoes finely chopped, 1 green chili. I have jalapenos pickled, chopped, a small onion. You can use chives, 1 tablespoon cilantro. You can use dry, juice of 1 lime, or if you have lemon, and salt and pepper. So the Mexican way was beans, rice, and then corn tortillas, and then you had tomatoes, onions, squash, and peppers to grow. I'm going to try to grow soy. Okay, No. For tomato ketchup, tomato paste, sugar, cayenne, celery salt or celery, mustard powder or mustard, oregano, onion, garlic, allspice, salt, and pepper. Or it would be tomato paste, which you would just grind your tomatoes, sugar, onion, garlic, salt, and pepper. But here's, you know, if you have everything, it's probably going to taste better. I saw a thing with a guy who went to the food. So this week, the food bank and the kids wanted some ketchup. They couldn't afford it, but they had them at the food bank. Okay, so now think about this meat. 1 pound of hamburger, 1 pound of turkey burger, 1 5-pound package of legs and thighs, you get 15, 3 pounds hot dogs, 2 pounds bacon, 2 cartons of eggs, and a large bag of cheese. That will keep you going for a while. Now think about stockpiling boxes of macaroni and cheese, small potato, the pouches, but I bought the big one, rice, vegetables, and fruit, the large can. Okay, so now, I wanted to give you, all right, so about the prophecy about, you know, us not being able to tolerate the meat for the Adventists have always said that. Okay, so if you have eggs, you can make potato salad, or I make macaroni salad exactly the same way and put a lot of eggs in it. Vegetable stew or soup with rice. So here is my canned pea soup recipe. Heat the can of peas with the juice, salt, pepper, and a little sugar, and mash or grind in the blender. Make a white gravy, melt some butter or fat, sprinkle some flour on the fat, cook the raw taste out of the flour and add milk little by little. You can use evaporated milk with 1/2 evaporated milk or coconut or any kind of milk. Make a thin gravy, add the mashed peas, good with rice. And you will notice a lot of this expensive vegetarian food is really beans and rice. Okay, for green bean soup, this is as old as the hills. 1 potato, dry onion, garlic powder, green beans, bacon, salt, pepper, and sugar, and 1 pat butter. And then cornbread, you can get by on that. That's why you want to stockpile. Most of this food can be made on a camp stove. Okay. Okay, there's been medication spikes. The blood thinners have gone up from $250 every 3 months to $300, which doesn't sound like much, but it's a difference between $1,000 per year and $1,200. If you're on Social Security, there's probably some kind of help for that kind of stuff. Let's hope so. But be alerted that that is happening. All right. Now, so I'm going to be doing these. I want to mention one more thing. This is about the Mideastern conflict. Okay, if you remember in the Bible, the battle between David and Goliath. Goliath was a giant with 6 fingers and 6 toes, and it was decided there would be a battle, and whoever won, the other side would give up. So David won, and David was a Jew, and the Philistines were Goliath, the land of the giants. Okay, so now we have this war, and here we are in this day and age. It's the Jews and Palestine, which most likely was, they kind of deny that, but the Philistines were warring people, and they were also sailors on the sea. So we see no end to this war. So we shouldn't get too excited, because they are not, if one of them does win and, you know, take control of and it's 25. We're fighting viciously, supposedly, over 25 miles and 7 miles. And, you know, all this, this has been going on. It's never, never, never going to end. So I just wanted to mention that. Okay, you guys, I will see you tomorrow. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And God bless you all.